I am in a different house because I am dog sitting again. Yep, I'm dog sitting again for 2 whole weeks. For those of you that saw a live update I did in the beginning of the year, towards the beginning of the year, I talked about an experience that I had with dog sitting, and I'm doing it again basically. So I'm dog sitting for the same person that I dog sat for the first time, and I decided to do it again for a couple reasons. And the reason I'll go into this is because for those of you that didn't watch that video that I talked about this experience, I actually had a bit of a tough time with that experience the first time. That was the first time I've ever dog slash house sat. So I'm actually staying at their house with their dogs for the whole time. And the first time I did that was at the beginning of the year, back in January. And I did it for 10 days while the owners went for a trip. And I know these people. So yeah, I did it for 10 days the first time, but I've never done something like that before. And it was actually really hard on me, not because the dog, like taking care of the dogs is hard. Actually it's quite simple. They lay out their routine for me. They have like all of the instructions laid out for me nicely. And it's really just keeping up with the dog's routine. What was hard was the mental toll that it took on me of like being alone in a pretty big house, or big to me at least. I'm not used to a house this big. I live currently in a townhouse, not like tiny, but it's not huge either. It's a comfy space, but I'm currently in a pretty big house by myself. So to me that's pretty scary, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm kind of a scaredy cat. So everything scares me. I'm gonna admit this on the internet, and I don't care. I'm scared of the dark, so the dark really scares me, believe it or not. Just scared of a lot of things. So my nervous system is like haywire. And the first time I dog sat, I had a really rough experience with that because I had never really like been alone like that for that amount of time. I still live at home, and my mom is disabled, so there's always someone home. So yeah, I don't know. It was a new experience, so it was pretty tough. It took its toll, but I'm doing it again. So I'm doing it again, and I told myself that I wouldn't, but I figured I'd give it another shot for a couple different reasons. One, because I'm better prepared now of what to expect, I guess. Two, because now I'm in therapy, and I'm trying to address a lot of the things that I guess I struggle with. And then another reason I decided to do it is because of money. So I do get paid to do this. So yeah, I decided to try it again. But I think after this experience, I'm really gonna evaluate and decide if it's for me or not. We'll see. I'm already kind of freaking out half the time every time I hear a noise. And nighttime for me is the hardest. This place is especially the younger one. He follows me around everywhere, and he always wants to be by me, like when I'm working remotely. He's right next to me, like right next to me. So if I push the chair back, I'm bumping into him. And that's where he stays. And whenever I get up, he gets up and follows me. So I'm not used to that with my own dogs. So that's been like an adjustment. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just following the routine and stuff. Trying to keep that up. So that's what I've been up to lately. It was kind of stressful leading up to this time too, because I essentially had to, I'm living out of like suitcases, and I've had to pack and like buy groceries for myself to live here for 2 weeks. So all that prep was a lot. But yeah, there's that. The second thing I guess that I'll talk about is I had a whole list. I need to start writing stuff down because I had a list of what I wanted to talk about, and now my brain is mush. I guess I'll talk about something that I mentioned briefly, that is like therapy. I know I mentioned it before. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before that I found a new therapist, but now I'm like a good amount of sessions in. And I'm so grateful that I found a good therapist, and like the right therapist for me. And so far things have been going really well. Therapy is hard, and I knew that. Yeah, I knew that going in, but you know, it's different when you're actually going through it. So I'm in the thick of it, into the thick of it. And overall, despite it being hard, I'm grateful that I have a therapist. And despite it being hard work, I was ready. I've been ready to do the hard work. Just needed a little guidance. So it's been super helpful. Some days are definitely harder than others and more emotional. Sometimes after a session, I feel like a huge sense of relief of just being like validated and learning new coping skills and stuff like that. Other days I leave feeling defeated just because I got a lot of stuff to work on. But I know that in the long run, it's going to be beneficial, and yeah. So there's that. And then I recently went to a music festival. So I'm not going to talk about this too much because I have an idea for a video that I want to talk about. I want the whole video to be about me talking about like my concert and festival experiences in the last year. I'm not one to really go to like concerts much, but I realized that this past year that I've actually been to quite a few with like friends or whatever, and I just wanted to talk about my experiences at each of those concerts and talk about like music that I like and favorite artists and stuff. So I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that. But recently I went to a music festival, and that was really fun. It was out of town, so I had to drive a bit from where I live, and I ended up staying the weekend over there with a friend. And yeah, well, with friends, and it was pretty fun. I'll talk about that in a separate video. Other than that, I also got a new phone. So I got the So that's been interesting to say the least. Not bad though. I've talked about it. I like what I do. Just more projects, more deadlines to keep in mind, more things to do. But I like that the work is varied, so I'm not doing only one thing all the time. I like the mixture of, I guess, responsibilities that I have. And there's opportunity at my job for like professional development, like attending professional development trainings and like workshops, things like that. And there's also like leadership programs you can apply to take part in, stuff like that. So I've been doing a few of those things. And I just like learning new things and I guess just adding to my skill set. So that's been fun. Let me see. Right now I'm in the thick of like everybody's birthdays. So a lot of people in my life are born that are close to me. So a lot of people in my life that are close to me were born within September, October months. So I right now am like dealing with the planning of what to get all these people, like my friends' family, and financially I've been like planning that out and trying to also like go and celebrate even while like trying, dog sitting, trying to make time for that as well. So that's been interesting, and it always happens, or like I guess it's just because of those things. For me, the second half of the year tends to be like super jam-packed with stuff, starting around, I would say, August, the end of August. So one of my little sisters was born August 20th. So like from there on out, it's like a cascade of birthdays, and then comes like the holiday season, and all that stuff. So financially, I'm always like stressed throughout this time of year, and I kind of do it to myself. I'm the type of person that likes to make someone feel special, like on their birthday or whatever. And I try to do it within my means, but like still, I kind of am always like planning that out and stuff like that, and trying to make their day so special in some way, even if it's small. So that tends to come with its own stress for me. So yeah, we're in the thick of that while dog sitting. Okay.